China has achieved some enviable level of economic development and is now looking to replicate the same feat with its armed forces, even as it strives to take the huge leap from being a regional leader to becoming a global superpower. To accomplish this, China is taking a multifaceted approach to technology acquisition to help strengthen its military capacity. This involves partnerships between civil military entities and sourcing technologies from foreign companies with a strong presence in China. On the back of these developments, many analysts, including a US intelligence source, believe that China is on the verge of fielding some of the most modern weapon systems in the world. There are also rumors that the Asian giant is well ahead of other military forces, including the Pentagon in some areas. We cannot confirm or deny this. But could it be true? It's quite difficult to weigh China's military strength. Of course, China is the world's most populous country, so as expected, it has the largest military force in the world. But warfare is an extraordinary event where numbers don't exactly count as an advantage. To buttress this point, Chinese troops are ranked as the third most lethal military force in the world, behind the United States and Russia. China has the greatest number of soldiers. However, the US and Russia have far more sophisticated military weapons. Also, China is notorious for underreporting its military expenditure. The Chinese defense budget is published from time to time. However, the West believes that the reported figures are inconsistent and altered to be lower than the original amount spent. Also, the Chinese army is generally modest, so you don't get to see their might on display often. However, during a military parade to celebrate the country's 70th anniversary, President Xi Jinping unveiled some of its most deadly and advanced war tools. Since then, several pictures and clips have surfaced online, seemingly emphasizing China's overwhelming military strength to anyone and everyone who cares to watch. In today's video, we will take a look at some of the most dangerous Chinese military technology and weapons we've seen. Also, we'll be discussing the consequences of China's recent military advancements. Electromagnetic railgun. An electromagnetic railgun is an artillery that's capable of launching long-range projectiles at a top speed of over 5,400 miles per hour. For perspective, a handheld railgun would deal the same damage as an air rifle. The US Navy has spent more than $500 million developing this technology since 2005. However, the project was abandoned in 2021 for reasons best known to the hierarchy. In contrast, China is actively pursuing technological developments in this area, and according to China's Global Times, the trials have been successful so far, and these powerful battering machines could be installed in Chinese warships as early as 2025. The technology behind the railgun could also be used to develop electromagnetic catapults for future Chinese aircraft carriers. VT-4. For many years, Chinese tanks have been considered below par, especially when compared to their American counterparts, largely because the tanks and the technology behind them were copied from foreign prototypes. This is a common occurrence between most countries anyway, but it is widely believed that the Chinese are more culpable. The situation hasn't changed much. However, there are a few tanks that deviate from this rule. Unlike many early-age Chinese tanks, the VT-4 is somewhat on a different level with the sheer amount of innovation and technological advancements that were deployed in making it. Alternatively called the BT-3000, this third-generation tank weighs 52 tons and has a top speed of 43 miles per hour. In the past, China has supplied Pakistan and Nigeria with VT-4 tanks, and according to reports, the West African country deploys it from time to time in tackling Boko Haram, a local terrorist group. Type 99 tanks. The Type 99, or ZTZ-99 tank, is China's first ever mass-produced battle tank. This American M1A2 armored carrier lookalike is regarded as the largest and most advanced battle tank used by the People's Liberation Army ground forces. The Type 99 tank features upgraded armor packages, larger caliber cannons, improved fire control systems, and advanced electronics and communications. Additionally, it is powered by a 1500 horsepower turbo diesel engine, meaning it's quicker than the M1A2 tank. Dongfeng 17. The Dongfeng 17, or DF-17 for short, is an ultra-modern ballistic missile with strong penetration and impeccable accuracy. It is designed to work with hypersonic glide vehicles, which makes it difficult for missile defense systems to track or destroy it. Also, the DF-17 is capable of carrying both conventional and nuclear payloads. This has reportedly caused panic within the United States military ranks and the intelligence community. "We don't have any defense that could deny the employment of such a weapon against us," General John Hyten, Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said. Harbin Z-20. Here's another testament to China's copy-and-paste methodology in building military equipment. The Harbin Z-20 has a striking resemblance with the American Sikorsky UH-60, popularly called the Black Hawk. The Chinese government reportedly bought some Black Hawk helicopters from the United States back in the 1980s, when the relationship between both countries was still rosy. Experts believe that those Black Hawks served as a template for the creation of Harbin Z-20 choppers. Some critics have also referred to this military utility chopper as the Copy Hawk, but the Chinese won't mind because with a payload of 5,000 kilograms, the Harbin Z-20 literally delivers the goods. Xi'an H-6N. Designed as an upgraded variant of the H-6 family, the Xi'an H-6 is a long-range nuclear strategic bomber capable of carrying anti-ship and land attack nuclear missiles underneath its belly. It stole the show with its performance during the military parade event at China's 70th anniversary celebration and is seen as a huge threat to the United States nuclear carriers and other warships operating in the Western Pacific region. Right before we move on to the last section, if you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Dongfeng 41. Many believe that the Dongfeng 41 is China's most lethal military weapon. This intercontinental ballistic missile is revered as the world's longest-range projectile, even ahead of the US LGM-30 Minuteman. Unconfirmed rumors suggest that the Dongfeng 41 can travel from China to the US within 30 minutes. It has a maximum speed of 19,000 miles per hour and the ability to carry up to 10 independently targetable nuclear warheads. Skyhawk Stealth Drone. The Skyhawk is an autonomous stealth drone that offers a number of unprecedented high-tech features, which includes communicating with manned aircraft during operations and surveillance. And just like the DF-17 missiles, the Skyhawk drone is incredibly difficult to detect with conventional rocket missile systems. Battlefields of the future will be very intense and confrontational, and stealthy drones like the Skyhawk will have a huge role to play, Ma Hongzhang, chief engineer at China Aerospace Science and Military Corporation, said. What are the consequences of China's latest military upgrades? While most of these weapons are mostly untested, and China itself hasn't gone to war in over 4 decades, many have tagged its recent military advancements as bad news for the US and other countries. China usually takes a non-confrontation approach to disputes and war-related situations with other countries. However, there are fears that the Asian giant might answer the call of war now that it has more sophisticated weapons. In the words of US Senator Angus King, the implications of these weapons under development by China or Russia could be catastrophic. Senior Chinese Colonel Zhu, who served in different positions at the Guangzhou Air Force Regional Command, argues that there's no cause for alarm. China has no intention of policing the world, unlike the United States, he said. However, his comment didn't do much to convince President Joe Biden, who admitted in October 2021 that he was concerned about the recent development in China's nuclear arms capability. There's a perceived lack of trust between China and the United States. The tension continues to boil on both sides. Meanwhile, the global arms race is quickly heating up too. We can only hope that we're not in for any unpleasant surprises. What do you think about China's latest military weapons? Should the US and the rest of the world be scared? Let us know in the comments section. Be sure to check out this video over here. Russia's nuclear-powered supercarrier will blow your mind.